Hello. Um, hmm. This is an interesting one. So, I'm not reading anything today, and I'm not playing anything today. This is, I guess, in a weird way, it's going to be a little bit of an journal, audio journal that I guess I'm going to be posting for a little while, just to, I don't know, just to talk. As always, first let me say thank you. Um, this has been interesting, and this has been really fun, and I definitely wish I could upload a lot more than I do. It's just lately hasn't really been in me to do a lot right now. Kind of going through a few things that have made it tough for me to really want to upload anything. And that's not due to what's going on with the channel itself. Like, I still love seeing people who are just finding me out and, liking the videos and letting me know, in a really good and positive way that they love what I do. And honestly, I love what I do. And it's really fun to be able to share the experience. I know as a reader, when you're enjoying a book, you're by yourself. It's you experiencing every word, every chapter, every character within the book, within the series, if it's a series. And then, you get to move on and find something better or just as good and let your friends know about it, and, it spreads if that's, how they take it. But that first time, you're alone. And I like to be able to share the experience. And if you've never read the series before, or you're hearing it for the very first time, or the first time in a really long time, you get that nice feeling of nostalgia, or that nice exciting feeling of what's going to happen next. And I really love that. And I love that I'm able to do that. And I wish to continue doing that, but like I said, I just haven't been in the right headspace, the right mindset to keep going a lot, and that's kind of why I moved on to games, and that's what I really like. At first, when I started, I was just gonna do a gaming channel, and then I wanted to also emulate a YouTuber that I admired, and I was following, and still do, and still every once in a while I go listen to his channel and listen to the audiobooks that he read, and I thought, wow, that's such a good idea. And he read my favorite series of books, which is the Demonata and the Saga of Darren Shan, and he read some Goosebumps books, and I think one of the Magician's Apprentice. I think that's what it was. Anyway, it was really good, and I liked it. And yeah, no, I listened to him, and the more I listened to him, the more I was like, you know what? He's reading a series that I love and wish more people knew about. Because there's not, like, if you're an avid reader and you read the horror genre, you will, of course, come across Darren Shan, Dean Koontz, Stephen King, if you go to that realm. But Darren Shan was one of the first ones that I picked up in the library in, like, grade 8. I just happened to come across that, and that's also when I came across the Children of the Red King series and fell in love with reading. Like I always, at the time, I read a lot of encyclopedias because I was just that kid at that time, and I didn't really have a lot of friends, so I took to reading more than dealing with people, and yeah, because of it, I got to learn quite a bit, and then from there, I started reading more fantasy, and not a whole lot, but just some. And I really got into mystery too for a bit, but there's only so much mystery you can handle before you start going, okay, it's all the same. He did it. Yep, he did it too. Okay, they both did it. Yep. Yeah, and then what else did I read at the time? I didn't pick up Harry Potter for a really long time. Honest to God, I didn't pick up Harry Potter until maybe like the third movie, and then I was like, you know what? I really, really, really like the movies. I should probably read the books. So I read them in the library, 1 and 2, kind of put them down, started reading some other things. I think at that time I tried to read Cujo, which, Jesus Christ. Do not be a little high schooler trying to read Cujo. I really didn't like dogs for a while. But, yeah, but at that time, yeah, I just, I don't know, I didn't really care for people, and books were my best friends, and I went on, and, like, I could, honestly, it's super weird, but I could have friendly and regular conversations with adults and then try those same conversations with people my age and just wouldn't get the same, like, back and forth. And that's where I kind of, like, was like, okay, I lose hope. These guys are dumb. And it really wasn't that. It was just, I didn't really want to care. So I just didn't. And, yeah, I grew up. Thank God for growing up. Honestly, thank God for growing up. Being a kid, honestly, everyone always says, oh, I wish I was a kid. No, I don't. Nope. I spent too much time to myself and way too much time not being myself. Because here I am in my 20s, and I can say I honestly know myself way better now than when I was a little kid thinking, holding hands was the biggest thing in the world. Like, I like being an adult. I like having the decisions of an adult and planning my life out accordingly. And honestly, being an adult and shouldering the entire weight of my life, I look back and can always say, thank God I grew up. And I'll look back and be like, yeah, I loved that when I was a kid, and I loved that when I was a kid. But look at me now. Now I got better stuff. And I think that's a wonderful part about growing up as well, is sure, things are simple as a kid, but just being an adult has so much more potential. Growing old, I mean, the more experience you have, the better things are, right? I mean, not to delve into the whole, and dealing with people with no experience in life and all that fun stuff, but yeah. started picking up a lot more books from there, and fell in love with Anne Rice, and definitely fell in love with Rick Riordan. Loved the Percy Jackson series. I was going to read that too, and then I realized, nah, it's too soon. Like, so many people, this is the other thing that kind of clicked into my head and why I deleted those videos, is like, this is very recent. So a lot of people have probably already picked up the book, have already gone through it, enjoyed the series, and, moved on. And I'm like, yeah, no, I should probably read stuff that's not super commonly known and not super easy to find. And I was already building up my collection of the Charlie Bone series, and which reminds me, I got that third book now. So I got the first 5, and now I just need to find what is it, 6 and 8? Yeah. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll read Henry Ubeam. I haven't looked at those, but they look pretty good. Yeah. I decided, that this was a good idea. Probably get some, I don't know, my own version of therapy, get things off my chest, and just kind of talk. Also, in a weird way, I mean, this does kind of give me, a voice to my own anxieties, my own issues that, for the bit that, I didn't feel comfortable talking about it, and I kind of wanted to. Yeah. I mean, this whole year, the whole last 2 years actually, have been kind of rough. And I like that, in a weird way, I have a small platform of people that I can go to and say, hey, how's it going? What you guys doing? How you guys enjoying the books? And you guys have been pretty forthright. Like, I actually love it. I don't know when. I'll assume when I have a bunch more free time, which won't be for a while, that I will go ahead and do a suggested and start throwing the names of chapters with my books. If not in the title, it will be in the description of the video. I think I could work around that or something. But of course, I do believe that the first thing I mention now in chapters is the title of the chapter that I'm reading. And then the number of the chapter is the title of the video. But either way, that's not a problem. I can do that. I was also looking into picking up more books. I do have a few new ones that I've picked up that I looked at and I was like, ooh. One of them is the Secret Keepers, or Secret Keeper. Honestly, from what I've read just in the beginning, I liked it. I actually liked it a whole lot, and I can't wait to read more when I have the time. And that's another thing that's been kind of difficult to do, is like find the time to read for myself. I don't have a lot of that. I don't have a lot of time at all these days. I have this time right now because I'm taking the time to start this off very easily. I don't know the consistency of these videos or how they will be. I don't know how deep I will delve into how far this stuff will go, and I'm very much presently looking at what's going on now, because that's kind of just how I live my life. Live in the present, always. Sometimes too much in the past, but that's how things go. I don't know, what else should I talk about? Well, I can speak a little bit about work, sort of. I have an entire place to run, which is very interesting. And my job here... Oh, you know what? I actually have to go.